Today we'll be discussing the 2015 year-end close procedures in Microsoft Dynamics GP 2015. A little bit about me. My name is Abby Barton, and I'm a Business Advantage Support Senior Associate at RAND Group. I have 3+ years experience with Microsoft Dynamics GP. This includes versions 8.0 all the way through 2015 R2. I've also been in the software support industry for 4+ years. A little bit about our Business Advantage team. We offer technical support, accounting support, and business management support. The third module to close in your year-end closing process is Payables Management. The purpose for closing Payables Management is because it is date sensitive. The following items are updated based on the closing of payables. Number 1, the Smart List objects. Number 2, the Payables Management Summary Reports. And lastly, the amounts since last close view in the Vendor Yearly Summary window. Let's review the summary of steps. Your first step will be to post all transactions for the calendar year. Your second step will be to print the age trial balance with options report. Thirdly, we'll make a backup that is named pre-1099 edits. Number 4, we'll verify the 1099 information and edit it if it is required. Number 5, print the 1099 statements. Number 6, make a backup that is named pre-year end. Next, close the calendar year, and then close the fiscal periods. And second to last, close the tax year. And number 10, make a backup that is named post-year end. Let's review those steps in Microsoft Dynamics GP 2015. First, let's review what gets updated during the Payables Management year-end close. If you go to Cards, Purchasing, Summary, and let's pull up one of our vendors, and then if we click Yearly, during close, the year-to-date amounts here will be cleared, and they will move to last year, and life-to-date will be updated. This will happen for all vendors. Secondly, if you go into your Smart List and you go to Purchasing, Vendors, and click here, and then if we add columns, if we add any year-to-date, life year-to-date, or last year columns, those will be updated during the year-end close process. So add any columns here to your vendors if you want to see what has been updated. Our next step will be to post all transactions for the year related to Payables Management. So let's go to Master Posting, Microsoft Dynamics GP, Tools, Routines, Master Posting, and click Purchasing. Okay, so I'm going to post my Payables batches. And I'm going to cancel the reports for sake of time, but if you need to print these, please feel free to print to your destination. Okay, so my posting has completed. Next, second step will be print the age trial balance with options report. Trial balance, and select age trial balance with options, and click New. We recommend that you print a copy of the age trial balance with options report to keep up with your year-end permanent financial records. So I'm actually going to print the demo one. And then I'm going to print and save this report. And name it Age Trial Balance with Options Year End. And save. The third step will be to print the Vendor Period Analysis reports. In order to do so, go to Reports, Purchasing, Analysis, and click down, and we're going to do period. and I'm going to print the demo report. After this has completed, you want to save a copy. I'm going to name this vendor period year end close and save. Now that we have printed the reports, your fourth step will be to install the payroll year-end updates. If there are compliance changes for payables management, such as 1099 form changes, install the payroll year-end update. To install those updates, you can find them on Microsoft's website under Customer Source, Tax and Regulatory Updates. They will be here per version, so GP 2015, 2013, and anything before that will not be available. Okay, so I have installed the payroll year-end tax update, and now my fifth step will be to make a backup that is named pre-1099 edits. So let's go into SQL, and we'll grab our database and backup. And I'm going to name this pre-1099 edits.back, and click OK. Now that we've completed our backup, our sixth step will be to verify the 1099 information and edit it if needed. So in order to print that, go to Microsoft Dynamics GP, Tools, Routines, Purchasing, Print 1099. So for this company, I know that I have a 1099 type of miscellaneous, and for my current year, it's going to be 2017. In order to print the edit list, pick the far right printer. And I'm going to print this to screen. Click OK. Okay, so I know that I have one vendor and I only had one transaction for $5,000 for this whole year. If some of your vendors aren't showing or amounts are incorrect, you can always edit this information. In order to do so, you can go directly, I'll exit out of here, go to Cards, Purchasing, 1099 details, select my vendor, and he pulls up as miscellaneous. In order to edit, you'll actually have to go by month. If you select year, it will not let you change the amounts in this window. So it's on a month-by-month basis that you can change an amount within this window. So make any necessary edits and then save. Another method in order to edit your 1099 transactions, and this is recommended in GP 2013 or higher, would be to go to Transactions, Purchasing, Edit 1099, Transaction Information at the bottom, and then you can pull up your vendor, select, and this will have any transactions in here related to 1099. So if this amount was not actually supposed to be $5,000, rather $2,500, I can make the change here and click Process. Since this is actually correct, I'm going to leave it as is, but make any necessary edits to your 1099 vendors. If a vendor was not marked correctly, you can always go back and change that vendor to a 1099 vendor. In order to do so, go to Microsoft Dynamics GP, Tools, Utilities, Purchasing, Update 1099 information. Within this window, you can update the vendor to be a 1099 and set their from type, which is probably none, to their new tax type and their 1099 box number. You can also select 1099 transactions and pick specific transactions, or you can do the vendor and the 1099 transactions. This will update it automatically for you once you click Process. So now that we've completed all the edits necessary to 1099 vendors and transactions, I'm going to print the 1099 statements. So you'll go back to your 1099 window, Microsoft Dynamics GP, Tools, Routines, Purchasing, Print 1099. So now that all my information is correct, I'm going to print the forms. And I'm going to print to screen. Okay. And once you print to screen, you want to make sure that all the information is correct, and then you can go ahead and print to your printer. Now that we have completed the 1099 form printing, we are going to make a backup that is named pre-year end. So I'm going to exit out of this window and go back into SQL. Grab my company, back up, and I'm going to name this PM pre-year end dot back and click OK. Okay, so that is completed. Now we can close the payables year. So let's go to Microsoft Dynamics GP, Tools, Routines, Purchasing, Year-end Close. Okay, so if you've previously closed your calendar year, you may select Fiscal, or if you haven't done either yet this year, you'll click All. You'll want to print this report for your financial records, and as soon as this is done processing, it'll update the dates here to the last closing date, which will be when I close the year. So I'm going to click All, print the report, and close the year. Okay, so this has completed, and I'm going to print this for my records. And I'm going to save this as PM year-end close and save. And now for step number 10, we can close the fiscal periods. Microsoft Dynamics GP, Tools, Setup, Company, Fiscal Periods. And I'm going to close all the periods related to purchasing. And then click OK. So now that the fiscal periods have been closed, we're going to go ahead and close the tax year. If you did not close receivables management or do not use receivables management, then you would not have completed this step. But if you did close receivables management, then the step has already been completed. But in order to do so, since I've already done it, but I'll go back and walk you through, it's Tools, Setup, Tools, Routines, Company, Tax, Year-end Close. I've already completed this for this company, so I do not need to run the process again. Now we are going to make our final backup, which is our post-year-end backup. And I'm going to name this one PM post-year-end .back. And click OK, and OK. Okay, so that is completed. So now we've finished the year-end closing procedures for payables management. Let's review what has been updated. If you go to Cards, Purchasing, Summary, and we pull up my ACE vendor, and we click Yearly, the amount since last closed view has been updated. Year to date has been cleared, and those have been moved to last year, and life to date has also been updated. Click OK. And then if we were to add an object to our Smart List, go Smart Lists, Purchasing, Vendors, and then I'm going to add a column for year to date. Click Add, and let's add the 1099 columns. So I'm going to add life to date and year to date. Okay. And so you'll notice for my life to date, for my vendor that we saw before, which was ACE, it shows $5,000. For the 1099 amount for this year, all of these will be 0 because I haven't entered any transactions for 2016. Once I start entering those transactions, these amounts will be updated. Now we've completed the year-end close for payables management. Now that we've completed the year-end close for this module, if you do need further support, here at RAN Group we do offer 24/7 support, especially during year-end close time. Just a little bit more about our company. We are originated in 1996. We have 100+ local professionals to serve our clients. Our offices are located in Houston and Dallas, Texas, and we recently just became the top 1% of Microsoft partners worldwide. If you do need further assistance, you can email us at info@rangroup.com to schedule a private consultation, or call at 1-866-714-8615, and you'll be connected to our support team right away. Thank you for watching.